Will Zion Williamson be the NBA's next GOAT? GOAT, a name that shows your greatness, shows that you are the best and that there is no one better. Players like LeBron James and Michael Jordan have left their marks as GOATs of the NBA, but there is another potential GOAT that is rising to the top at such a young age. His name is Zion Williamson. 10 games into his professional career, this 20-year-old athlete is changing the way we imagine the perfect basketball player to look. He's already skying over and muscling through the chests of full-grown men who have worked their whole life to make it to the NBA. He might be just getting started, but he's already a must-see. In this video, let's take a look at how Zion Williamson plays his game and see if he could be the GOAT of his generation. If you want to know, then stick around to the end of this video. Before coming to the NBA, Williamson already established the possibilities of him becoming a future superstar. An athlete with a big size is not supposed to be so skilled, so fast, and so agile, but Zion Williamson answered all the doubters with amazing seasons starting at his college in Duke University. The raw numbers are impressive enough with 22.6 points per game. As a freshman, Williamson already averaged 24.4 points per game, earning All-State and All-Region honors. It was in June 2016 that Williamson participated in the National Basketball Players Association Top 100 camp and was its leading scorer. In August the same year, he won the Under Armour Elite 24 Showcase Dunk Contest in New York City. In December that year, ESPN recruiting director Paul Biancardi touted Williamson as probably the best player in terms of production in his class. By 2018, most recruiting experts predicted that he would play for Clemson. Fast forward to July 2019, Williamson officially signed with the Pelicans. He has been all sorts of incredible, especially when his meniscus injury, age, and pressure from the entire world to instantly produce are factored in. He made his professional debut in a 121-117 loss to the San Antonio Spurs, where the rookie played 18 minutes and finished with 22 points. He would later become the first teenager in NBA history to score 20-plus points in 10 consecutive games. 13 games into his NBA career, Williamson has done his part to meet the outrageous expectations that have trailed him since the Pelicans made him the #1 pick in last year's draft. His dunks register on seismographs. He has shown himself to be a surprisingly deft passer. It isn't all numbers for Williamson though. He's helping a struggling New Orleans team win games. When Williamson plays, the Pelicans are outscoring opponents by 12.8 points per 100 possessions. When he doesn't, they're outscored by 3.3 points per 100 possessions. That's the type of impact an all-NBA player makes. Williamson has the ability to defend multiple positions well due to his speed and length, although his defensive effort has been questioned. His explosive play makes him a reliable shot blocker and gives him prowess as a rebounder. He is an intellectual basketball player whose intelligence is above average, although as a driver from the perimeter, he is a guy who can pretty much only go left and mostly in a straight line. Forced right, he struggles mightily and almost always tries to spin back to his left. NBA teams will snuff out any weakness and take away his go-to move in a second. They will pick up on Zion needing to go over his right shoulder immediately. If he can't counter that by adding moves over his left with his right hand, playing out of the face-up would not get him more than a post-up or two each game. But he is just 20 years old and has only been 100 minutes into his professional basketball career. Not everything's been perfect. He gets lost defensively at times, and it's going to take time for him to learn the NBA's pace and figure out where he needs to be and when. In half-court production and efficiency, Williamson is having the best season. While his physical gifts fuel much of his scoring, he's creating opportunities and making shots with flashes of various skills. Unlike other athletes of his size, it's rare to see Williamson showcase any traditional hooks, followaways, or elbow rise and fire jumpers. Indeed, Williamson isn't a traditional isolation or pick and roll scorer, but few bigs are. He's proved to be a rare threat handling the ball beyond the arc, even when the defense knows it's almost a certainty his goal is to get downhill and into the lane. Also, he hasn't had difficulty scoring from back to the basket positions, having converted 13 of 18 attempts. Williamson goes about getting buckets differently, often turning over a shoulder and separating by elevating or exploding through and above his defender towards the basket. With bigger rim protectors patrolling the NBA paint, Williamson figures to continue drifting outside as a pro, even if he isn't close to being a reliable shooter. He'll hold enough value standing around the arc with his ability to drive past closeouts or beat defenders off a dribble move. Williamson's been torching NBA defenders the same way he's played his whole life. He's so strong, he's been able to rip the ball from unexpected opponents' hands and take it the other way. Off power dribbles, he's able to stay strong to his left side, absorb contact, and lay the ball in as if nobody was there trying to stop him. He's finishing dunks over the top of the defense and propelling his 285-pound body through the lane. To sum it up, Zion has an unusual build but has generational athleticism, holds feel, and ball skills. Williamson's shot selection is already near perfect. Almost all of his shots are coming inside the paint, the hardest place possible to get clean looks, but the most valuable. Sure, he's only making 60% of his shots at the rim, which is around league average, but that number is bound to go up as he regains his strength and adjusts to the NBA. He's yet to take a long two-point shot, and he's tried 10 three-pointers. He doesn't shoot many threes, but that doesn't mean he isn't an ideal modern NBA forward. He's going to get better, that's for sure. He should be expected to have some ups and downs as he faces more seasons in his career, but this young man's passion for the game is expected to develop him into a greater player, although he is already exceptional. With his promising stats, we might be looking at the next greatest of all-time player. Make sure to keep posted with our videos to keep yourselves updated with your favorite stars' whereabouts. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more.